All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, KPZ1234. This is the slightly above average ship review channel. Got something a little bit different here. This was my first game ever in the Siroco, and you look on the enemy team, Tactic Angel. I subscribe to his channel, and Mark, aka White, a well-known community contributor as well as Tactic Angel. Don't know who XE Black Yamato is, but I'm presuming if he is hanging out with those two guys, he's a pretty good player. So this is going to be the first of several clips that I'm going to show you exploring the good things and bad things about the Siroco or Siroco, which I think is probably actually how you pronounce it. If you watch my previous Siroco video where I'm comparing it in the port to the Barask and the Jaguar. It's almost the same as the Barask, clearly inferior to the Jaguar. So I don't have high hopes for this ship in its current state. I think it badly needs either A, another main battery reload booster, or B, to have the identical reload and concealment that the Barask does. And if you watch my other video, you know it doesn't have any of that stuff. So with the main battery reload booster, I would say it has the same DPM as the Barask. And any way you slice it, it is just absolutely inferior to the Jaguar in every way. Mostly in hit points, also in DPM. So I was originally heading in here to Alpha. As you can see, at least two of the enemy ships are over here. And I was going to shoot some torpedoes at the Cadaver Express. And then I look over and see XE Black Yamato and Tactic Angel. So I'm like, yo, I am getting the heck out of here. Because that's a 4-on-2. I'm like, let's get out of here, man. And the guy behind me agrees. All right, so I ended up capturing Bravo. Come around the corner here to see the Hermes. And taking a little bit of fire from off screen. Now, I don't know if what you're about to see is Mark AK White a super Unicum player? Probably. Am I far, far from a super Unicum player? Also probably true. Is the Hermes a very nimble ship? Are the torpedoes of the Siroco very slow and able to be dodged, even under 2 kilometers away? Well, apparently some of that is also true. So you can see the Siroco is just flailing away here, desperately trying to do any damage. And I thought, hey, I got this guy dead to rights, 1.6 kilometers away, 2 sets of torpedoes. And so far, we're coming up bupkis. So, Mark, you're probably never going to watch this video. I declined to mention it to you on your own channel. But if you do watch it, I'm sure you were very amused with my attempts to kill you. There you can see some of the HE bombs from the Hermes damaging the ship here. Look, the Hermes is almost as fast as the Siroco. He's like getting away from me. This is just mind blowing. And this is a tier 4 premium. That's a tier 3 tech tree ship. And it appears he is able, at least in the beginning, to get away from me. There, I turned into one of his torpedoes somewhat accidentally before it could arm, so I ate that torpedo and it didn't do any damage. Here, he manages to dodge a third torpedo salvo. And so finally, I'm like, I guess I'm going to have to sail alongside of him in order to kill him. But I'm still receiving a ton of fire from presumably his teammates and whatnot. So I decide to cross behind him here as the end is near, so to speak. And I'm like, what would be more embarrassing than being inside of 1K of another ship and not being able to kill it? And it's an aircraft carrier. So I do finally finish off Mark, but he also finishes me off, which really wasn't a shocker. So I wanted you to see that inept flailing because it was very entertaining. All right, here's another clip in the Siroco trying to tune up this La Galissonière. And as you can see, just ton of damage. Just this ship just does not have the hit points to be able to do this type of activity. So you cannot sail amidst a crowd of enemy ships and expect to get away with it. All right, another clip here. Akotnik, less than one third of his health. I hit the main battery reload booster. I was essentially almost at full health. And you're going to see here, with the benefit of the main battery reload booster, I'm able to take out a one-third health Akotnik, at least temporarily, only losing half of my health. But because the Akotnik is a swarm of torpedoes, we did not get away there. All right, so here's another video, V170. Just gonna send some torpedoes for kicks and giggles because I know I have an uber long reload with this ship, 8-second reload. Although I've seen some builds with community contributors where they get it lower. We do take a torpedo. Um, I'm not going to blame that on anyone except for my own bad driving. We are going to torp again, hit the island, and use that to hit our main battery reload booster. And one of my teammates is shooting at the sky too. But we are going to manage to finally take out a tier 3 tech tree ship. All right, so that's just another clip of woeful stuff. Sorry, had to go back to this match. Um, don't know what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, this game. So we did finish second in that game against Mark and Tactic Angel, but their team won and really beat the heck out of us. Imperial Fist doing his best, but sorry, bro. First match in the Siroco didn't go very well. So that was that. Uh, Here, I'm being attacked by an aircraft carrier. As you know, this thing has practically no AA. So this is going to be even more amusing than me trying to kill Mark. This Hermes, and I want to say, I think the guy's screen name is Carlos something or other. He just was having none of it. I probably started shooting a little bit too early. All right, maybe I totally got a screen name wrong. It looks really different now. Shooting these torpedoes from way far away. Pope something maybe. And look, what you're going to see here is very slow torpedoes, a determined CV player who's doing a good job. But just at the end of the day, if you can shoot your torpedoes at an aircraft carrier, probably the least nimble class of ship out there, and they can just totally avoid a whole double salvo. Um, are your torpedoes that great? If you can never hit anything with them because they're so slow that they can be dodged. Now they aren't Italian level slow, but they are slow. Okay, they're just want to say 59 knots. So by the end of the footage, I'm still using the base commander, but I've switched to using the torpedo skills in row 1 and row 3, just because it was the only way to make some of the stuff playable, you know. And here the Hermes, he's sailing away from us. And I don't know what the Hermes top speed is. Do I own one? Yes. Have I ever played it? No. Um, but I would imagine that you would think French DD against down tier aircraft carrier. Oh yeah, you can close the distance on that guy. And we are closing the distance. But I'm just saying this ship is not effective enough to fight at range like this. And when I say at range, I'm talking about outside of 3.5 kilometers. So we have to get closer and closer and closer to the Hermes in order to do any damage to him. We're not doing any damage. So we're going to try to torp again. And he immediately sees me turning and he starts turning. So I turn back. I'm like, maybe he'll keep going to port and I will turn to starboard and we'll essentially get a broadside. And I'm going to launch a little bit inside because I don't trust him to keep the turn going. And he doesn't, because that's exactly what I would have done. But again, you're going to see here is that these torpedoes are slow enough where he has time to get out of the way. And there they go. Right on by, don't do any damage. So we're going to launch again. And again, anticipating he's going to turn. I'm going to short these torpedoes. Okay. And I want to say, actually, the match is going to end before anything happens beside that. So we've been engaged with this aircraft carrier for the better part of 2 or 3 minutes now, and he's still at half health. I mean, if you need a better indictment of how weak this ship is, I think I just gave it to you. All right, we're going to continue on here, but at the end of the day, he's still going to be alive when this match ends. Okay, because we're not fast enough. We don't do enough damage with our guns. Torpedoes aren't fast enough, at least in the stock effect, against a player who is paying attention. Now that doesn't mean you can't sink ships. I've sank lots of ships with the torpedoes, but they have to be doing other stuff. If they are solely paying attention to you, they're going to be able to dodge them. All right. Um, I want to say at the end of this footage, I'm going to show you my best game in the ship. However, two things conspired against me. Number one, I wasn't recording it because at that point I was very frustrated with the ship. Number two is that although we were down tier, one of my kills was an AFK California. And I didn't really think it was right to be using the gameplay footage of an AFK ship and make this Siroco look stronger than it really is. So we did get somebody with an errant torpedo, but we are not getting the Hermes with a torpedo at all. So again, this is just very frustrating. Um, Kudos to Pope Reyes, is that his name? Kudos to you, sir. You were sailing the heck out of your ship. But really, just, what more do you need to know? All right, here's a Farragut, same tier destroyer. We're going to wait and then unleash that main battery reload booster. You can see the shells are generally pretty accurate at close range. And that main battery reload booster runs out. Lucky we got a big hit at the end there, and we set him on fire. So he's about third health, a quarter health, and we are down about a third health. And so we do set him on fire again. He is damaging us, but at this point, I think I can say that you can take out a Farragut with the main battery reload booster and have about half of your health left if you are fortunate. All right, and that's the end of him, and it looks like a third of our health left. We were getting shot at from off screen. We are going to get lucky there as the torpedoes fall a little bit short of the target. So that's a Siroco Farragut matchup. I mean, I just can't believe I'm saying I fared better against a Farragut than I did against a Hermes, but that's what happened. All right. I think we're going to have, there's the footage or the scoreboard, the victory screen from the one good game I had at tier 5, and it was 5-4 match. Killed the California, 4 kills, 4,450 ship XP and commander XP, over 100,000 damage. But that's because there was an AFK ship that let me get free damage. Just some clips from the Siroco. Hope you liked it. And I will do a review of this ship, honest, probably next week.